Alright, I bought a ton of the cheapest fake Apple products I could find on Temu, and I gotta say, some of these are pretty garbage, but there's a couple of them that actually stand out, and one of these is actually probably some of the best $10 I've ever spent on anything. Let's get into it. So if you haven't seen it, I bought a bunch of fake Apple products from Temu and unboxed them all, as well as some other really fun stuff. And that was my last video I made about these, which I'll link down in the description. You should probably watch that before you watch this, or afterwards, or whenever you want. But I've been using these for the past month or 2 months, or whenever that video came out. I know it was at least a month ago, and I gotta say, some of these are complete garbage. So the first thing, this Apple Watch right here, this is the Apple Watch Series 8. Again, I'm gonna kind of treat this as if you've seen that other video and kind of know about these already, so you probably should watch that. But this is an Apple Watch Series 8 knockoff. It actually looks pretty decent when it's turned off. I'd believe this is an Apple Watch. This is absolutely terrible. It's so laggy. The charger is this weird like clip-on thing. The battery barely lasts. None of the sensors work. They're all just completely fake. This watch just sucks, honestly. I didn't even want to use it after the first time. So yeah, either way, that was complete junk. These AirPods Max knockoffs right here, these Hoco brand AirPods Maxes, these are interesting. They feel like garbage. Like, these are completely so light, they're just complete plastic, but they're USB-C rechargeable, wireless or wired headphones for, I think they were $16. The ear pads are really plush. I'd say for a $16 headphone, they're probably quite comfortable compared to other headphones in this price point. But the sound quality coming out of these is pretty rough. I didn't compare these to any other headphones in its price point. They're probably equal to, maybe a little bit worse than any other headphones in this price point. So you get the same sound quality, but probably more comfort. And they kind of look like AirPods Max if that's what you're going for. These, I don't know, I probably wouldn't recommend them. I don't really like them. The sound's really muffled and not that good quality, but I could honestly see how someone would like these. So I'm gonna give these a, you know, meh, a medium, I don't know. They're not very good, but they might get you by. I don't know. Next up, we have this right here. This is the Apple Watch Ultra. This one I was kind of surprised about. So it looks a lot like a real Apple Watch Ultra. I think that's really the main thing this has going for it. If you want a fake Apple Watch Ultra that's gonna look like the real thing, just for whatever reason you'd want a fake Apple Watch Ultra that looks like the real thing, I don't know. This is definitely the one for you. I think this was around $16 as well. It honestly feels really good. Like, it feels good quality, it's dense, it's solid. None of the sensors work. The heart rate, the blood pressure, don't even try to look at those and actually think they're real, because they're not. They just give out random numbers. It's really misleading, honestly. So none of the sensors work, none of the step sensors or, you know, workout apps that shows how many miles you've walked, none of that works. It's all completely random numbers. That's the worst part about this, like the fact that they added it and put fake numbers. You do not want to have fake numbers for blood pressure and for heart rate. I would much rather them not even have had an app than to have fake numbers. If somebody that doesn't know any better buys this watch and actually expects those to be real, that could legitimately be life-altering. So that's why I just, you know, I don't really recommend this. However, here's the thing. For $16, you get a smartwatch with a screen on it that turns on. It probably somewhat accurately at least tells the time. It has a calculator that works. That's about all it does. I wouldn't trust anything else on it, but it tells the time, probably accurately. I don't know how truly accurate it is, but it tells the time, it has a stopwatch, and it has a calculator. And it looks like an Apple Watch Ultra from anything more than a couple feet away, maybe 6 feet away. You would probably believe this is an Apple Watch Ultra. If that's what you're going for, this actually, I don't know, it's pretty nice. Like, something about wearing it, it feels pretty nice. It's pretty comfortable. So if you want a fake Apple Watch Ultra, you want to look like you have an Apple Watch Ultra, and you just want to be able to tell the time and maybe have a calculator and a stopwatch, and it has a little bit of a light. It's not very bright, but it just turns the screen to a white screen. For 16 bucks, that's not bad. But now we're getting to the actual pretty decent things, at least in my opinion. I want to say this, every single thing in this video is my opinion. What sounds good to me might sound terrible to you. And what sounds good to you might sound terrible to me. Same with, you know, the feeling and how comfortable especially earbuds are. This is all just my opinion. However, I got two different types of AirPods, regular AirPods knockoffs and then AirPods Pros knockoffs. The regular AirPods, these were like $9. They're not bad, they're somewhat comfortable. They don't have the rubber tip design, it's like the regular AirPod design kind of, or kind of like the old Apple earbuds. They connect fast, you know, they're wireless, they're true wireless, they have a charging case, charge with USB-C. They're pretty decent, but the sound quality just doesn't sound that good. These sound really muffled. I've still used these a decent amount of times, and they're not bad. If you're just listening to music where it doesn't need to be important, you're just on a train or something, or, you know, walking around town, you just want wireless earbuds, you don't want to have big headphones or wires going everywhere. These aren't bad. I have used these and I haven't really thought about it. When you're using them and you're just listening to music or listening to a podcast, you don't really think about it. Honestly, for $9, these are a pretty good deal if you just want a throwaway pair of true wireless earbuds that you don't mind if they get lost or stolen, or you don't mind just throwing them around. That's what I use these for, and that's what I would recommend these for. If you're not too worried about audio quality and specs, you just want something really cheap, you know, just a throwaway pair of wireless earbuds. These aren't bad. However, these are the real gems. These are the AirPods Pro knockoffs. They have those rubber tips. In my ears, they're really comfortable. They also have slightly better audio quality. And these I legitimately use every day. Like, I have used these at least once every day, maybe give or take a few, since I've owned these for the last couple months, since I did the unboxing video. I honestly and truly love these things. Now, these are about $10, so $1 more to get AirPods Pros clones that are, you know, I think more comfortable in my ears at least. Better quality sound. That's pretty much it, but $10 for these. I have used these, I've took them with me places just as my throwaway earbuds. Something about just having these $10 earbuds. I don't really mind if they get lost or stolen or broken. I can just use them, I can just toss them around, not have to worry about it. I almost bring these things everywhere with me. If I ever take my backpack anywhere, I just toss them in there, just in case if I need them. The sound quality is 100% good enough. It's still a little bit muffled and, you know, really not a full sound. But again, if you're just listening to music, you're listening to podcasts, you're not doing anything where you need the highest quality sound, where you're just walking around, they are 100% good enough. They don't have any sort of noise canceling. Actually, I'm gonna pull up my notes because I wrote a bunch of stuff down about these. So the volume is about the same as regular AirPods Pros, which I was really blown away by. These get surprisingly loud, but the louder you get, the worse the quality gets. They really get just tinny and blown out and doesn't sound that good, but they do get pretty loud. A lot less clarity. Charges with USB-C, which is honestly better than charging with Lightning, like what other AirPods do. USB-C, it's much better. They're pretty comfortable. I wore these for over 2 hours straight and didn't really get comfortable besides having to readjust them and kind of, you know, put them back in once they loosen up a little bit. If you're walking around, if you're chewing, if you're talking, they're gonna kind of loosen up a little bit, you know, like most earbuds would do. The battery is very good. I haven't really tested the true length of it, but I've used these for probably 8 to 10 hours without having to charge the case. Like, the earbuds would go in the case and then charge. So probably charge the earbuds multiple times, but without charging the case itself, at least 8 to 10 hours, maybe closer to 20, I really don't know. But if you just charge them every couple days, you're probably gonna have no issues with the battery life. I think the biggest issue with these is there is a decent delay. It's definitely more than a lot of other, you know, more expensive Bluetooth wireless earbuds and headphones. So if you're watching YouTube videos, there's gonna be a noticeable delay between video and audio, and that might be a deal breaker for some people. I feel like sometimes I can get away with it and I don't mind watching it, but sometimes I do notice it and it's kind of annoying and I end up just having to take these off and use something else. But the biggest thing is, these are less than 5% of the price of real AirPods Pros. I think that's really all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I'll try to have links to these down in the description, but these are really the main ones I'd recommend. Yeah.